Hello YouTube tarot folks. I am going to talk about taking off borders on your tarot deck. I know that's a new kind of trending thing that's going around now, so I wanted to try one, and I'm going to show you step by step how I do it. And I am using the traditional Robin wood tarot deck. And that's how the images start off as. As you can see, it has a pretty good white space border around it, which I don't like so much. And then that's the back of it. So it looks like it's pretty good to crop, to take that extra border out. So we're going to try to do that. And I have done some already, so I'm going to just go step by step on what I do. Let me turn this light off for you. It might be a little bit better. And so now let's get started on what I do, how I do mine. Alright, I just take a pair of really sharp scissors. I know a lot of people take paper cutters, but I always trim starting facing the card, not this way, because you don't know if you're cutting into the image, correct? So I always trim the image part first. And I try to get right on the line. And I will trim off these right on that line. And I do small short cuts, not huge long ones. So I'll do a couple more of those for you. So you know what they look like. These are pretty forgiving cards because they have such a good background on them. As you can see, I've already done this pile. So I'm going to be working on these for you. This is the Emperor. So we're going to give him a haircut. And on this one, you want to be careful when you trim your decks. Make sure you can trim all of it. And look at every single card and make sure that it's trimmable. Because on this one, I noticed that some of the graphics go out of the space. So I'm going to be trimming it pretty close. Okay. So before you start trimming your decks, you want to make sure that every single card is trimmable. Because you don't want to get started in the deck and halfway through it, your major arcana cards are different than your other suits. And then you can't trim it and you've pretty much ruined your deck. So look at every single card first before you start trimming. That one got stuck. And like I said, I trim right up to this line. And if they're not exactly even, that's okay. I'm not a perfectionist. Some people are, so if that bothers you that they're not all uniform, then you get a paper cutter. That way you know. And you can get paper cutters. Oh, here's 10 of Wands. Paper cutters online, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, any craft store. And even if you don't even want to go out to a craft store, just order some online and it'll be delivered to you. But I try not to cut into the image. I cut. Oops, that one's a little bit. And you know, if you need to trim it, trim it. There you go. And I will do a couple more for you. This is the Four of Cups. I haven't used this deck yet. So if anybody has used this deck and they really love this deck, I would like for you to comment and let me know how your thoughts or feelings are on this deck, because I have not used this one. I've had it for a long time. For some reason, I've just never used it. I don't know why. Either I forgot about it, or it just didn't resonate with me, or I just moved on to another deck. And I should really, in honesty, let me trim that up a little bit because it's kind of crooked. I like the images in it. It's very Rider Waite images. So it's very easy to use. Here's the Tower. And be careful with this one because you know the numbers. Oops, I'll turn this around for you. The numbers kind of go off into the white space. Sorry. Okay. So if that happens, just be very careful trimming it. That one might have to stick out a little bit, but it's okay. And one more card after the Tower. I have seen a lot of videos where people have cut the borders off of their deck. So I was like, well, that's interesting. I'm going to try that because I have small hands. And some of these decks are really huge. And here's the Devil. And so it makes it hard to work with those decks that are really huge and just don't shuffle really good in my hand. So if I can, if I'm not attached to a certain deck and I can cut the white space, the borders off, and it's not going to interfere with the images or reading the cards, I will go ahead and try to cut that off. This is the last one that I saved for you guys. Trim that up a little bit. There we go. Alright. I clean up my mess, and it will be kind of messy. Alright. So, I have these split into... Sorry. This is what your cards will look like when you cut them. Cut the borders off of them. So it just makes your deck pop. I just love this deck card. Maybe I should start working with this deck. It's so much easier to read. I mean, that's what... This is a good beginner's deck if you're not really into the whole specific wider rate kind of imagery. So just see how that just kind of makes... Let me spread some out for you guys so you can see. See how it just makes the images pop? Right? You don't have all that extra space. It's just wasted. Now, a lot of people might use that space. See how much prettier? To write your notes on, which is fine. That's what you want to do. But use the space. If you're going to have the space, then use it. So that's what it looks like afterwards. After we do surgery, tarot surgery on it. God, I feel so much better in my hands. Okay, so then, as you can see, some of them are not exactly the same. Some of them are kind of sticking out more than others. This one right here is, for some reason, I don't know why. So, now I'm going to crop the borders. See how these borders on here are really sharp? They're not round. Most of the cards you get are round. We're going to round the corners off. And this is what it looks like rounded. See how nice it is? Looks cleaner. And I got one of these. I think I got it off of Amazon. Corner rounder. Like $3 or something. So what you do, you start off with one that needs your corners taken off of. If you can see this, I'm trying to fix it. Just slide it in there and touch it. I hope you guys can see that. And that's that. And now your corners are nice and edged. Alright, I'll do a few more for you. And if you guys have any videos or any comments on how you do yours, or any tips or tricks or any suggestions for me to read, I'd appreciate it. Or if you like taking off the borders, if you don't like taking off the borders, please leave comments. And let's start a community discussion on pros and cons of taking off the borders. So far, I like them. I don't have any complaints. And the one thing I like about taking off the borders also, here's that one, is that it makes it portable. I mean, I could take this deck with me anywhere because I've cut so much white space off of it. I made it more manageable. Okay. And I always work with the image facing me. I don't know why. You don't have to. Maybe I don't trust myself to enough to cut it blindly. As you can see, it looks so much better. And you just keep trimming them. And I'm not going to go through all of these because it's pretty monotonous. You guys get the idea. Look how prettier they are. So these I have to do still, and these I've done, and I'll spread these out for you so you can see them. See how pretty they are? And you can always trim them up if you see too much white space or it's not really even. Go ahead and trim them up. Or if you like to leave them organic like they are, like I do, then don't worry about it. So anyways, that is that. I like them. Alright, that's it for today. Make sure you comment below, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. All of my, I'd love to hear y'all's comments and thoughts on this because I know it's a pretty controversial subject right now. So anyways, please like, subscribe, share, comment, ask any questions. I want to start a discussion on this topic. So I look forward to reading what you have to say about it, and I guess that's it for now, and we will see you later.